Hello, Norman.
Hi, Dr. Rossi.
Rita with you?
No.
Everything all right?
Yeah, she's fine. I just,
Well, come on in the office, huh?
Oh, that's
Dr.
okay.
Fielding,
I just stopped by
call
for the first aid.
emergency.
First aid. What happened?
Well, I kind of racked myself up on the job.
Oh,
you know, sometimes I forget I'm Atlas.
Yeah, strain yourself?
A little.
Your back?
No sign.
Well, come on in. We'll take a look at it.
No, that's okay. Dr. Matthews already looked at it.
Well, good. Now, if you don't mind, as your family physician, I'd like to know everything about your pull muscles, your sore throats, whatever. Come on in.
No, it's okay, Doctor.
Well, I'm glad it's okay. Now we'll take a look at it. Take off your jacket, huh? And your shirt. Well, don't tell me you're getting bashful.
Well, there's nothing to see.
Oh, thank you very much, Doctor. Now, do you mind if I take a look at it?
Well, you can't see anything. It's all taped up.
Taped? I thought you said you strained your side.
No, you said that.
All right, let me see what you're hiding.
I'm not hiding anything.
Come on. Did you crack your ribs?
Just one.
How?
On the job.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
Because we're always running to you with our problems.
Well, that's what doctors are for, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Well, that's all right. I know you had a lot on your mind. Did you fill out one of those accident policies for workman's compensation?
You mean for insurance?
Yeah. Well, you hurt yourself on the job. The mill has a policy that will help you take care of the expenses.
No, I'll do it later.
Well, I think we better take care of it now. Sometimes these things take months before they come back. Now, let's see. What was the date that it happened? This morning?
No.
When?
Look, let's just skip it, okay?
Norman, when did it happen? For me, not for the insurance. Oh, it didn't happen on the job, did it? Well, how did you do it?
I didn't. The big-hearted beach bum that floated in here a couple of weeks ago. You know, the one that's always trying to get my wife to call him Daddy. Well, he hit me with his own two little fists.
He hit you?
Well, he hit me once and shoved me against the table.
Norman, why? I asked you to stay away from him. I asked you not to do anything that would upset Rita.
I tried.
How, by getting in a fight with him?
Look, you don't know what the guy does to me.
No, but I know what this will do to Rita when she finds out about it.
She won't find out.
Not from you, she won't, but if Eddie Jacks ever gets the idea that it could help him in any way.
He won't say anything to her.
Oh, I suppose you took his word as a guarantee, huh?
No, something better than that. I have a rich grandfather.
Norman.
Look, Dr. Rossi, I hurt myself on the job. Now, you didn't treat me, so there's no way that Rita can find out by asking you about it.
Boy, are we in luck. 4 inches of powder and 2 feet of pack.
That's great.
Well, hurry up, get dressed, lady. We've just been handed the only skiing conditions on the Atlantic Sea. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Why you been crying?
All right, it's everything.
That's more like it.
Rod, I'm sorry.
That's very much more like it.
Please try to understand.
You're calling it off.
I just can't go.
Think of those mountains at sunrise.
Rod, I'm not ready for it. It's as simple as that.
I thought we settled it.
We did. In words.
And your feelings haven't quite caught up.
Well, is that so surprising? I love Stephen. I really loved him.
You better make a decision, Betty. You better let one of us off the hook.
I made my decision.
In words.
Well, Stephen says nothing happened between him and Adrienne. He insisted on it. What if he's telling the truth?
Is that why you left him? Because you thought something had happened between them?
Of course.
Wasn't it that you were getting a little fed up with his way of life? His obsession to hurt Grandfather? No, don't kid yourself about the real issue, Betty. If you two had been making it all the way, your marriage could survive 100 Adrians.
All right, I'll be ready in a minute. You know, I got the cutest ski outfit.
Not now, Betty, not tonight.
Rod.
When it happens, if it happens, it'll be right. And right now we're on different planets.
You're angry now, aren't you?
Oh, no, I'm filled with the milk of human kindness. It's just going to take me a couple of years to tear down all that skiing equipment.
Well, why don't you go on up by yourself, huh?
Maybe I will.
Well, I mean, there'll be a lot of people up there for the first snow.
Good night, Betty.
Rod, kiss me good night.
I just got too much glass for you, Pop.
Wait till next time, Cap.
Hey, Eddie, what's the damage?
Well, now, let's see. That'll be $1.50. But don't let me rush you, boys. You still got a good 10 minutes.
Gotta go, Eddie.
The old lady's still locking up his front door the same time I'm locking up this one.
Good night, Eddie. See you.
Buenas noches, amigo.
Did I make it under the line?
Yeah, just barely.
Tap me one. Scratch that, make it a scotch.
Huh? Water or soda?
Straight.
Run the rocks?
Look, I want it straight, all right?
Sure.
Another one.
You want a double? Somebody prophesied the end of the world?
I don't need the crying towel, man. Just the painkiller. Do you mind?
There are two things that I mind. A man who doesn't pay his bill and a man who doesn't tip the bartender.
Well, I'm sorry about that, man. I just had a hard day, you know? And I know I gotta go back tomorrow and crawl on my belly and get kicked right in the teeth again. Can I buy you one?
But two's my limit, and I've already had them both.
What's that? Your willpower, house rules?
Oh, let's just say that I don't want to lose this job.
Well, then you better go right ahead and throw me out of here because Ada's not too wild about me drinking out of her glasses.
What brings you back?
Habit. Do you, close this place up by yourself every night?
7 nights a week.
Oh, your hours are just about as bad as mine.
Don't tell me you've got complaints. Rubbing elbows with all that money every day.
Rubbing elbows with all that money is just great. That's why I took my job. But getting my nose rubbed in it every day, now, that's something else.
I know the feeling.
Not if you don't know Mr. Martin Peyton, you don't.
Oh, I've met people like him.
I don't think so, Eddie. He's got to be one of a kind.
Have you ever been to California?
Oh, I haven't.
Boy, I got places out there like you've never seen. Whole neighborhoods like that castle that you drive up to every day. I used to work for an old guy out there for about a year.
Well, you know, like I said, you don't know old man Peyton.
The only good thing about working for a wealthy man is getting to find out a few things about him. Like what he calls petty cash and where he keeps it, you know? Little items like that, you know, that don't mean anything to him anyway. Of course, by now, you must have had plenty of anglers that'll bring you in some fringe benefits if you play it right, huh?
No. The only thing I'll ever get from that old headhunter is a busted eardrum.
And why do you stick?
I don't know, Eddie. That's what I was asking myself before I came in here. What about yourself? I know it's kind of a personal question, but, well, I hope you don't mind me asking. How come a high roller like you comes back to work in a joint like this for tips, man?
I told you there were two things that I mind. But there's one thing that the gendarmes in this town get pretty upset over, and that's keeping open after hours.
Right.
Come back again. I like talking with you.
I'll do that. See you, Eddie.
Oh, Lee.
Yeah.
There's just one more thing that I mind.
What's that?
No tips from a buddy, huh?
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Your husband and your dad, they're waging kind of a senseless sort of tug-of-war. You've got to choose between them. You've got to.
He owes it to me. I deserve it because I'm a lot better than the rest of the bums that he has hanging around that house.
And what if he doesn't?
Well, he won't live long enough to laugh about it.
I love you, Steve.